So, does masturbation lower your testosterone, increase your testosterone, or have no effect at all? I want to answer this question in this video because I know many of you are wondering the answer to the question, and for some reason I think it's a bit weird, but there hasn't been any actual videos come out, at least I've seen on YouTube, talking about the effects of masturbation and testosterone levels. Especially when it comes to the research behind it, there's a lot of videos that are opinion based. So I want to make a video that's evidence based that'll actually give you guys the science to explain why testosterone goes up, goes down, or has no effect at all when it comes to masturbation. And I do have to say, the things that I have found, they might surprise you. By the end of this video, you're gonna have the full breakdown and you're finally gonna have an answer to this question. Now here's the thing, when it comes to testosterone, most people love finding hacks, semen retention, NoFap, or even some guys think that busting every day is the answer and it's keeping them relaxed and young and all this shit, right? But like I mentioned, most of these conversations that are had online are beliefs or traditions or opinions. So none of it is based on real science. It's just what people speculate. So before we even talk about masturbation, let's lay the foundation down. Testosterone isn't static. It fluctuates throughout the day. In the morning time, it peaks. At night, it's at its lowest. And then as your day progresses, it goes down gradually. It can also spike when you're training, when you're sleeping properly, and when you have good food intake. On the contrary to that, it can also drop from stress, poor sleep, or excess fat gain. So when we're talking about masturbation, what we're really asking is, does it shift your hormonal balance in a meaningful way? And that's exactly where the research comes in. There's one famous study that came out in China in 2003 that always gets thrown around. So the researchers took healthy men and they had them abstain from ejaculation. And then they basically just tracked their testosterone. So what exactly happened? So their testosterone levels stayed the same for around 6 days. But on day 7, there was a big spike. It was around 143% increase. But then by day 8 and 9, all of their testosterone levels returned back to baseline. So yes, there is evidence that supports that abstinence can cause a temporary short-term spike in your testosterone. But it's very short-lived and your body knows how to recalibrate very fast. This means the whole idea of semen retention for months and increasing testosterone isn't supported by any evidence. But on the complete flip side of that, does masturbating a lot affect your testosterone, maybe even increase it? A 1992 study published by Archives of Sexual Behaviors measured men's hormone levels before and after ejaculation. And what do they find? They found 0 long-term decrease in their testosterone levels. Another study in the Journal of Urology tracked men who ejaculated daily for 3 weeks. Again, they found 0 drop in their testosterone levels. So what does this mean? It means your body is pretty resilient, regardless of if you're ejaculating or not. And the whole idea of ejaculation emptying your testosterone tank, it's a fallacy. Now yes, right after you orgasm, there is an effect on your hormones because prolactin goes up, therefore causing a slight decrease in testosterone temporarily. But these changes always normalize within a few hours. So here's where the nuance comes in. It's not about testosterone alone. It's about how your brain and your energy actually respond. The reason that this is such a popular topic is because of the opinions that people have and the different experiences that people have from abstinence or from doing it daily. Some men who abstain report that they feel more aggression, they feel more focus, they feel more clarity, and other men who do it every single day report that they feel more relaxed, they don't feel as anxious or stressed. It's all subjective to their experiences, right? But I'd say the real reason that these effects are so potent is not because of how it affects testosterone, but because of how it creates dopamine sensitivity and also more of a psychological positive-based environment for your testosterone to thrive within when you are abstaining. Because you gotta remember, there's multiple hormones that are involved in this process when you are either ejaculating or not ejaculating. We have serotonin, we have prolactin, we have testosterone, we have dopamine. These are all things that are gonna shift, but predominantly shifting your behaviors. So I'd say the impact of masturbation is more so a neurological and a psychological impact rather than just a testosterone impact. So what's the truth? Does this affect you or does it not affect you? Short-term abstinence clearly supports a temporary spike in testosterone, like I mentioned before. Now, on the contrary to that, frequent ejaculation, daily, weekly, or monthly, doesn't affect your testosterone levels long term. Overall, the real difference is how it affects your energy, your brain, and all of your hormones, not just your testosterone. And this is why some men swear that NoFap changed their life. But it's truthfully not because it made their testosterone double directly. It's because their habits, their confidence, and their focus all shifted to the right things because they gave up the thing that was taking all their attention away. So, does masturbation lower testosterone? The science says no, not really. At most, abstinence gives you that 7-day boost, and that's really going to be it. Otherwise, your testosterone levels stay pretty steady regardless of if you're doing it or not doing it. The bigger factor is what you do with your energy and your time and your focus. Do you waste it endlessly scrolling on social media, watching porn, and just doing things that are counterproductive to your goals? Or do you direct it into better habits, better nutrition, better training, so that you can become a more confident, more focused, and better version of yourself? And then as a byproduct of doing that, increase your testosterone. That's the real question you want to answer. I hope this video helped, and if you want to see how I naturally increase my testosterone from 5'11 to 1369, then watch this next video on screen.